Welcome, my lovely lilies, to the Nation Horror Archives. Please bring your dream catchers along, and let me be your beacon of light in this valley of horror, and follow me as we delve into these tales that will haunt your very soul. The End Times. I was the first one to see a falling angel. I was in my backyard stargazing when a bright light streaked across the sky, and a few moments later Gabriella smashed into my backyard. She was really tall. I had to use 2 mattresses for her bed and moved out most of the things in my living room to make room for her to sleep. She was very badly injured. Something had taken huge bites out of her chest. Her eyes had been ripped out, and her wings had been torn off. She spent most of her time unconscious, and the rest gibbering in an unknown tongue. She only spoke to me twice, once to tell me her name, and the other time was to respond to a question I had asked her. "How did you get injured, Gabriella?" I asked her. "War," she replied. She died a few hours after that. In the following days, more and more angels fell from the sky. These angels, however, were already dead. Their body had been mutilated, sometimes so badly that if not for their height and wings, we wouldn't know for sure if they were even angels. Surprisingly, while many people panicked, peace as a whole was kept, and it only took a few days before buses and trains were running on time again. When the rain of corpses from heaven stopped, people were overjoyed. When huge cracks in the earth started to appear, they were less so. When fire and lava began to bubble up through the cracks, people rushed to monasteries, churches, mosques, and temples, anywhere they thought they might find answers. When the earth rumbled and the cracks opened to spew out hordes of demons, we finally understood. You see, the demons were all dead. Their bodies had been mutilated just like the angels were. I thought heaven and hell were in war against one another, but they were actually fighting together against something else, something worse, and it had won. The Last Man on Earth. I spoke to the devil today. He was dressed in a blue suit, and his face was young and handsome. He didn't come from hell, though. He came from heaven. I asked him about that. I had to talk to God. He can't come to hell, and he doesn't come here anymore either. So I had to go to him. I looked around the city. It was completely empty. Cars belonging to people who thought today would be like any other littered the streets. To be fair, it was, until everyone suddenly disappeared. Everyone but me. "Did you do this?" I asked. "We both did," he replied. "Me and God." "Why wasn't I taken with everyone else?" "Because there's no room. God and I have tried to fit as many souls as we could into our respective domains, but in the end, it just wasn't enough." "What does that mean?" "It means that unfortunately you'll be staying here forever." As he talked, I noticed an odd sound coming from a ways behind us. The devil continued, not noticing my mild distraction. "Remember, just because you're immortal now, doesn't mean you can't get hurt." "But why? Can't you or God take away my ability to feel pain?" "Absolutely not. Pain and suffering are integral parts of the human experience. God and I may disagree on a lot of things, but we agree on that." The sound I heard before was getting louder. It sounded like some mad beast, but that was impossible. All the animals had died at the exact moment everyone had disappeared. "Please," I begged. "There must be something." "This isn't easy for him, you know. he said. "We talked for ages, trying to find a way to save you. He even let me come back home. He would never do that if he wasn't desperate." The sound I heard was joined by another opposite to it. The devil must have noticed too, because he shoots a sad look in the direction of the sounds before continuing. "He wanted you to know that he still loves you," he said. "If he loves me, why won't he save me?" The devil shook his head. "You don't know how lucky you are. God still loves you, but he hates me, his own son. He can't save you, and for that he is sorry. But I have damned you, and for that I am sorry." The sounds were all around us now. I could see vague shapes circling us, trying to stay out of view. "What are those?" I asked. "What I am sorry for," he said. "To make room for everyone, or almost everyone, I had to clear the demons and spirits out of hell. They had to go somewhere, so now they're here. They're used to tending to billions of people, but now they'll have to be content with just you. So once again, I'm sorry, and goodbye." "No, please, no. Please, save me." "No."
Why